So during the scientific revolution, I don't think that during the scientific revolution, I don't think scientists such as Galileo were trying to speak up against the church. I think they just more wanted their intellectual findings to be separate from the church because this was the first time, or not but it was pretty much the first time that science had been explored in such a way that was kind of more evidence-based and analysis and research-based rather than kind of a biblical explanation. I think at the time a lot of people, anytime they had questions such as these scientists, they would just immediately return to the church as an explanation because they didn't know. And they didn't like not knowing. So they immediately would turn to the church for an explanation for it, and they would give them one. And so I think during the time whenever scientists started coming out with their own research, such as Galileo, they weren't trying to disobey the church or rebel against it or anything. They were just trying to do their own thing and keep it separate, almost in a way to kind of support the church, so that way the church could be used for only biblical studies and not as a scientific manual almost. And Galileo talks about this in his letter to the Grand Duchess Christina of Tuscany. He mentions that he doesn't think that the Bible should be used as a scientific manual, and that it should keep away from, and that his observations of math and science, were explanations of it itself. And I think historians in the past, based off of the videos we've watched and textbook readings that we've had, I think that a lot of times that a lot of historians will focus in on only a few key people, and yes, those people are huge influencers of the time and of the transition and change of whatever historical period we're talking about. But I don't think that's everything. I think historians probably need to do a little bit of a better job, and I think they have done a better job of this for sure, but I think there's always room for improvement of kind of making a more broader focus and kind of taking history to a broader scale, not a broader scale, but just kind of looking at other key parts within that period as well, such as women who were influencers at the time, and artisans, and even a cultural perspective of what of all the different dynamics at the time of what was really happening. But I do think that historians do a good job of pointing out the influence that did have a huge part in it, such as Galileo and Kepler and Newton, because they did reshape humanity's place in the cosmos, but and lay the framework for modern science, but not just there's a lot more that kind of plays into it than just that.